Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In this video, we will be comparing the second place finisher to the third place finisher at the 2023 Arnold Classic. The mutant Nick Walker finishing in second, and the man, the myth, the Mona Lisa, Andrew Jack finishing in third. And I did see a few people that disagree with these placings. But personally, I had Nick Walker winning after prejudging, and I liked Samson Data at the finals. The only reason Andrew Jack isn't beating these two guys is because of hamstring and glute definition. Once Andrew gets that, he may be unbeatable. But let's take a closer look at these two, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So starting off with the front double bicep, there's a good possibility that Nick Walker will never be able to beat Andrew Jack in this shot. But Andrew has one of the best front double biceps in bodybuilding today. And usually Nick Walker is able to beat guys in the front double bicep by having bigger arms and crazy abs, but that isn't going to work against Andrew Jack. But Nick is winning in the forearms and also the lat department. Andrew is winning in the midsection, the quads, and just overall flow. Andrew is full Greek god status in this front double bicep. And is it just me, or could Nick Walker be crunching down on his abs a little bit more? This is probably the first competition where I've seen Nick Walker start to look tired on stage. And of course, we don't have a front lat spread. Nick Walker does not hit that in his individual routine. And taking a look at the side chest pose, this is going to be a Nick Walker shot, mostly due to the lower body development. But actually, I may prefer Nick in the upper body too. It looks like Andrew changed his posing a lot from the Mr. Olympia, and I don't think it got better at all. I honestly believe Andrew posed worse at this Arnold Classic. Maybe his individual posing routine was a little bit better, but as far as the mandatories, I feel like he could almost execute all of them a little bit better. And I actually double checked the sizing on this image because I thought I made Nick Walker a little bit too big, but actually Andrew Jack was squatting down a lot lower than usual in this side chest, making him about the same height as Samson Data, maybe even a little bit shorter in this shot. Now let's take a look at the back double bicep. And of course, this will be a Nick Walker shot. And let me know in the comment section below, does Andrew Jack look flat in the back to you guys, or is it just me? It could be a posing issue because he is leaning back entirely too far. And we have been promised more hamstring and glute detail from Andrew's current coach and past coach. Doesn't look like we've seen much of that, but Andrew's glutes have been getting harder from show to show. I think the hamstrings is just something that's going to take a little bit of time. But take a look at the calves of Andrew Jack. Even though they're highly inserted, they look bursting full. And I would guess they look more exaggerated because this guy has a tiny ankle, really small joints. Now let's take a look at the rear lat spread pose. And this is going to be another shot for Nick Walker. And huge credit to Nick. This is the best rear lat spread he has ever hit on a bodybuilding stage. Andrew Jack, all the reasons I named before, more hamstring detail, and it's definitely going to be exposed next to Nick Walker. As far as the back goes, is it me, or was Andrew Jack executing this pose a little bit better in the past? I could be just picking on Andrew a little bit, but I really think his posing declined a little bit at this Arnold Classic. And even though I have Nick Walker in the rear lat spread pose, Andrew Jack's Christmas tree could not be touched at this show. Now let's take a look at the side tricep. And the first thing that I noticed in this shot was it looks like Andrew has his arm a little bit too far back, making this pose look very uncomfortable for him. Nick Walker is taking this shot, lower body domination, a lot of detail, a lot of separation, but Nick looks very flat in the upper body, and especially next to Andrew Jack and Samson Data. Also, I'm not sure if it's the camera angle or how Nick Walker was executing this pose, but we can't really see much of the tricep, and we know Nick has a crazy arm. In the upper body, Andrew puts up a good fight. If this was executed better, he could definitely win, but still needs more lower body detail overall. Now, if we take a look at this execution, Andrew is technically hitting a front tricep, but he is untouchable in this shot. From the front, I believe Andrew is already Mr. Olympia. We just have to bring up that side and that back. Now, let's take a look at the ab and thigh pose, and that's all she wrote. This ab and thigh is reminiscent of the late Sean Roden, may he rest in peace. And I honestly think this is an image that should be framed, should be hung up in gyms, should be pushed through magazines. This is a perfect example of bodybuilding. And once Andrew gets more hamstring, more glute separation, this guy may be unstoppable. And let me know in the comment section below, where do you guys rank Andrew's ab and thigh all time? Is it better than Roden? Is it better than Sean Ray? Now let's wrap up this comparison here with the most muscular shot. And in this specific image, Andrew Jack is winning. But Nick Walker did win the most muscular award, so I'm going to assume that the judges think he has the best, most muscular in the show, and I'm going to award this pose to Nick Walker, but Andrew looks freaky in this shot. But overall, most musculars are pretty much take your pick because every guy hits 3 or 4 different variations. But overall, I think Nick Walker takes this comparison. The only way I could see Andrew Jack winning if it was once again more of an overall decision. Andrew is more aesthetic. Andrew flows better. But once again, for the 1000th time, Andrew Jack will be unstoppable once he gets more hamstring and glute separation. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.